Hey everyone! Last night the Tampa Bay Lightning played the Edmonton Oilers and Milan Lucic was ejected from the game for a blindside hit on the Lightning's Mathieu Joseph. Today he had a phone hearing with the NHL Department of Player Safety and he wound up getting fined. To give you a little bit of background, what happened in this scenario was Mathieu Joseph actually cross-checked Chris Russell and got away with it. Lucic didn't like it that much, so he wound up going ahead and just hitting Joseph from behind, and then he actually sat on him. Now normally I don't like to comment on every single thing like this that happens, but I was actually at the game last night, so I have a bit of a unique perspective with this. From where I was sitting, I actually couldn't see the play happen. All of a sudden we saw a scrum in the corner, and even when they replayed it, we couldn't really tell what happened. So I truly didn't even know the extent of what Lucic did until after the game. I can tell you that Lucic was kind of a pain in the butt throughout the game, but at the same time, I don't think it was at the level that he was at, in his days with the Bruins or even the Kings. And the refs kind of held their whistles all night. So I thought it was a little odd that he took exception to the play, but at the same time I understood it because that cross-check should have been called. Did he necessarily need to do everything he did? No. He could have just skated over to Joseph and just said, hey, maybe you shouldn't do that. But as we all know, Lucic is not exactly capable of keeping his cool all the time. So I do think that the fine is fair. He has had a suspension in the past, but I don't think it was at the level of a suspension or a multi-game suspension like some had predicted, especially because he was ejected and he was given, two 2-minute penalties. So I think all is well in the end. He'll do something again in a few months because that's just the type of player he is. But he'll do enough to really, make everyone mad, but he won't do enough to get suspended. That's just the type of player he is. Oh well. Well, thank you all for watching, and we'll talk soon.